Oh, whoa, whoa. Hello. It's your boy coming back at you with new glasses. Uh, and just a quick one. Something I thought about that's pretty important relating to health anxiety if you have it. Um, I don't know if there's a separate term for like mental health anxiety, like obsessive thoughts over developing a mental condition like schizophrenia or something, because that's a pretty easy thing to get wrapped up in freaking out about. But I would say that that's fair. That mental and physical health could both follow under that umbrella. It is health anxiety after all. It doesn't specify which one, but there might be another word for that. But one thing that I realized is super important is that uh, health anxiety in itself, which I think would be a very common condition to have alongside of just generalized anxiety and death anxiety, which seems to be my case here, all three of which uh, suck each other off really hard and just jizz inside my brain until I can't think, and it's pretty hot. And by hot, I mean it's debilitating and I want to die. But I'm still here. I'm still here, baby. But fucking the big nut, though, the biggest nut that I have for this video is that in its purest isolated by itself form, if you have just health anxiety and there's nothing else going on with you, if you just are a hypochondriac and that's all you've got, you don't have anxiety over any other situations or feelings, then I I'm sure there's exceptions where people don't have mental health anxiety, where they don't worry about the health of their brain, or, you know, developing some horrifying condition that will be a steady downward slope into the deterioration of your mind until you eventually die, like I do. But one thing that's important is that when you have a sensation in your body, which you are, you know, very sensitive about, because if you're a retard like me with health anxiety, you're constantly checking your pulse, you're constantly probably just like feeling I feel my face a lot because I'm stupid, or feeling my chest, checking muscles, checking lymph nodes, which irritates them and makes them bigger, um, checking my abdomen, checking I don't know, just various parts around the body, sticking my fingers in my mouth, fucking rubbing my eyeballs. But every time you do that, I mean, well, first of all, you could just be irritating that, like I said about the lymph nodes, which could just, you know, lead to it getting bigger and bigger. And you go into the doctor and they're just going to be like, yeah, dude, you're just irritating your lymph nodes, retard. Which I've done before. But fucking... What happens, though, is since you're worrying about your health so much and you are checking on yourself and you're compulsively checking on yourself and thinking about it all the time and internalizing it, it becomes obsessive, and it's always on your mind. And then you start to worry. You start to say, wow, dude, there's something wrong with me because I'm worrying about this. And then you're worrying about your mental health, worrying about you having some kind of, I don't know, like obsessive compulsive disorder to like a severe degree that's going to be debilitating. And then, you know, that kind of worry is just giving you anxiety. Obviously, the health anxiety itself is giving you anxiety. And then the fact that it is anxiety is, you know, when you deal with that for so long, the release of cortisol and fucking adrenaline all day, the muscular tension from fight or flight all day, that's heavy on your body, and you know, it could really tighten up your muscles and you know, cause real physical pain, which, you know, the physical side of your health anxiety is going to be like, whoo, I knew it, boy, that's me dying. And when in reality, it's just prolonged stress, which has an effect on your body. So, essentially, I probably worded that like absolute shit over 2 minutes, but I have a very hard time focusing. But the big takeaway is that you're probably fine, and that you probably, well, I mean, you have way more reason to believe that any of your symptoms, mental or physical, are a product of your anxiety. You have way more evidence to believe that than otherwise, unless you've had tests done. And if you want to go run 6 million tests, which your insurance may or may not cover, if anything, it's going to be a big waste of time. It might make you feel better, but even if you get those tests the very next day, you can just be like, I got those tests, but what if I just now got lung cancer or something today? Fucking, and that's, you can't live like that. That's not a life worth living. Constant fear. I'm not one to talk, but I'm trying really, really fucking hard, dude. So just try to take it easy. Just acknowledge when you feel something with your body, and tell yourself, you know, there's a million things it could be, many of them benign, and also many of them just your body's natural process. You could misconstrue your stomach rumbling as something serious if you're far enough down the hole like I am. But just a tip from a pro that's been suffering for 3 years, Thanks for watching.